Do me a favor. Ask yourself this question. And ask yourself this question daily. Why do we have so many grown men dressing like little boys? Why do we have so many little boys dressing like little girls? Why do we have so many grown women, easily overly grown women, dressing, wearing colors like little girls, whether in their expressions are that of immature women? Why is an unknown hidden organization breaking their neck so much to start a race war between whites, blacks, and Hispanics? Why are they only conjoining on the black race only? What's going on with the other races? Because what you got to realize, and white folks, you can listen to, it's a free country, I think. If they're only concentrating on the black races, a lot of y'all out there ain't pure white. And if you ain't pure white, you ain't pure right. Which means once they finish with the black asses and the yellow asses and the green asses, they're going after the half white asses. So even if you got all these interrelational relationships, within time, due time, your ass is next. A lot of things that you see on TV is what's called black showcasing. Nearly full of crown that term. Which means everywhere you go, everything you look at, you're going to see a black person on TV. And the reason is to enrage and infuriate a lot of whites. And also to poke fun and set up a campaign of extermination for a lot of blacks. Men, you must get your education. You must push forward physically, mentally, morally, and spiritually. Now, you already know how I feel about the church. The church has not fixed any problem we have yet. You already know about your self-appointed leaders. Whenever they give you something, you take it like that's your leader. Black people, we don't need a leader. You don't need a leader. We just need to fix one household at a time. If you are part of a broken household, you need to repair that household. Because once you repair that household, the children that come out of that household have love and support. They have a base. They have fortitude, dexterity, endurance. They have fortune-grabbing skills. Y'all need to turn the TV off. The TV and the music is doing nothing but dumbing your language, dumbing your thought process, and making you stupid. I don't know how else to tell you. That's what the TV's job is. This is called television programming. The radio, XM satellite, people like the Breakfast Club, talking to rappers about world issues. Really fucking think about it. Your appointed government officials can't even fix issues. Why the fuck do you think some rock star, some twerking ass R&B singer or rapper can fix your fucking issues? The only people that can fix your issues is us. We can fix our own issues. You have to create your own self-support system. You have to be defensively, spiritually, morally capable of supporting yourself. You have to treat your home as a remote site. You're off the grid. Get electricity from the fucking sun. Find a vehicle that runs off electricity, that you get electricity from the fucking sun. Get into aquaponics and hydroponics where you can grow your own food. Or every 14 to 15 days, you can pick fresh vegetables off the vine in your own damn house before they make the shit illegal. You're going to have to buy seeds. There's certain skills you have to pick up. I keep warning and telling y'all. When the gas pumps cut off, when the grocery stores close. Most of us that live out here in the bumfuck Egypt in the middle of nowhere, we ain't got too much to worry about. Because we got rich soil everywhere. We have a community of people that know how to manage this rich soil efficiently and proficiently. If you were surrounded by a bunch of brick cities, big tall buildings, and the only thing that's out there is growing is grass and some bullshit ass trees, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You need to have all sorts of assessment of weapons, manual weapons, weapons that can do damage physically, things that don't work by batteries. I know a lot of y'all fucking think I'm crazy. But the biggest thing that my black people need to realize, they're coming after us first. That's why this smear campaign has been going on for so long. Cops this, cops that. We need to stop killing each other first, man. We do. Everything they've given you has been an upset. I want to correct myself on a couple of things. A lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but let me tell you this. You need to read in a little bit more about Martin Luther King. If you understand Black history, the only names that they give you, the only ones that they put on a pedestal, the only ones that they fully concentrate on in that cold ass month of those 28 days is Dr. Martin Luther King. About his dream, about the things he's done, about how there's a lot of things that Dr. King accepted that y'all don't know about. Dr. King had one mission. One mission. His mission was to lead a bunch of African American people into a city full of crazy ass white people to get beat up, hurt, and physically damaged and abused. So that these African American people will say that we still love our white brothers, we shall overcome, and continue to get your ass beat by cops and sprayed with water hoses. You understand that? Think about it. I'm telling you, Martin Luther King ain't too far from Al Sharpton, believe it or not. Or Jesse Jackson. Jesse got motherfucking Martin shot, which guaranteed Jesse a position and where he's at right now. Jesse slipping, so they had to make sure Sharpton stayed up too. They're going to always keep some black person around here to keep us quiet. And he's like, man, it's fucked up you talking about King, man. Yeah, we had a dream speech. Yeah, he had a dream. His dream has already came true. There's more white women and gay white men marrying brothers. What did he say? What did he say? I had a dream that where all my white brothers and sisters can one day hold hands. If you look at the LGBT, gay and lesbian, there's plenty of white girls and black women that are dating and married to each other. Plenty of white men and a black man that are dating and married to each other. So his dream came true through LGBT, not through the constructional engine of this system called racism. You have friends at work that are white that want to kill you, that don't give a fuck about you. They will want you fired so another white person can work in your place. Yes, and you're not willing to challenge that fact and ask them, how do you feel? You shouldn't really give a fuck how they feel, but at least you need to know. I think if they're cowardly enough, they should at least tell you. But Martin Luther King ain't who you think he is, man, or was. That's why I made a mistake when I mentioned him with Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X. Okay? Malcolm found out some things when he went overseas. But you notice that when the Black Panther Party came up, they quickly evaporated that ass through military instructions. So I'm simply saying to you, I know you got your car, you got your clothes, your little jewelry, you got your little phone, you got your friends and your Facebook and all your social media. You're so busy that you ain't even seeing what the hell they're putting right in front of your eyes. There are military vehicles and personnel from Russia in this country right now. There's almost 15,000 people from Russia in this country right now. And those are the people that can pilot the tanks, pilot the planes. And when you think, when all hell breaks out, it's just going to happen that America gets attacked by an inside source, not an outside source. Because we've already proven to you that airplanes can take off from New York, totally disappear, and hit fucking buildings. So somehow, a couple of MiG-29s are going to come in and drop cluster bombs in a targets of their selection, like the hood. Projects are, man, best place to drop bombs at. You know how many the mass number of black people you're going to kill? The mass number of people on welfare you're going to kill? The mass number of people with injuries, no food, no water, and no hospital, no medical support. And the rest of the black people who don't get hit, we're going to look like, what the fuck? We're all in this together. There's white people living in the projects. White people living in the hood. Plenty of white people. 42% of the white people in the United States are on welfare. 42%. And you gotta stand up. And the other 58% are Hispanic blacks. You know what I'm saying? And significant others. And others. Yeah, Hispanics and blacks. So it takes 3 other cultural groups to make up what one group is making. So welfare was made for whites back in the 1930s and 1940s. And then we went to 2 world wars, World War I, World War II. And when them soldiers got back, the white soldiers got back, they got houses and homes. The black soldiers got sent to the fucking projects and called a nigger and white-only bathrooms and white-only. You got to know what's going on. You got to think, most people look you in your fucking eye and don't even speak. And if you have children, you got to think, do you want this life for your children to be this way? That's what you got to think of. Do you want your children's life to be this way? to go through the shit you going through. A lot of you think you ain't going through shit. But if you're unemployed, you got 6-8 years of college, you ain't got the right job yet, you still hunting for a career, still can't afford a fucking decent vehicle. When I say decent, I'm talking about 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder underneath $25,000. Why is your credit so damn bad? The purpose of school to me is that school should teach you how to be an employer, how to generate jobs, how to generate wealth. That's what a school should do. And as a parent, if you're not teaching these skills to your children or homeschooling your children to be able to teach these skills, something's wrong. I'd rather my child be a genius and be socially incapable than be socially capable and not have a fucking job. There's a lot of things as a parent you can teach your children. Now, I'm telling you, you have to realize the campaign of BS is going on in the world today. I'm just trying to tell people to the best of my ability what's going on. That's it. I know people think, oh, this motherfucker crazy, Illuminati, he got issues. No, I'm trying to tell you what's going on. If you take time to just study and look at what's going on. Matter of fact, I'll give you a task under 15 minutes. Try to do 5 exercises a day at 15 to 20 reps that intimidate the shit out of you. Eat 5 fruits or vegetables of your choice every day, daily, with at least 2 to 5 liters of water consumed. These fruits and vegetables will be eaten with your meal. I want you to get on the internet and search up 5 topics that interest you. Whatever you think is important. 5 topics that interest you. You can do that daily and weekly. Sit somewhere in a corner and meditate, think, or pray. Whatever you want to do. But quiet your mind for 5 freaking minutes. And then from there, do at least 2 to 5 miles of some type of cardio exercise. You can ride a bike, kick a skateboard, get on a scooter, swim, sprint, jog, run, elliptical, row machine, treadmill. Or walk around the mall. You can walk around the mall for 5 miles. They got damn hip pace counters that allow you to do 10,000 steps or something like that. And you can walk around the mall for 5 miles. Just don't buy anything. Your money is your choice you make, people. You have to stack your paper and get things that are worth it. Hand tools, non-power tools. Seeds. Things that can capture and hold water. Plenty of beans and rice, because when the shortage comes, people are going to lose their fucking mind. People don't know how to make 16 to 12 ounces of beans and rice plus bread last amongst a family to keep you from starving. And then you have to wait for the natural rains to fall and fill up your 16-gallon barrels and tubs full of rainwater. And you have to capture that water and store that water and keep it fresh. Because when that pipe and that sink goes off and that toilet doesn't flush anymore, an electrical switch goes, and you say to yourself, what are my leaders going to do when you know that your cell phone service is out and your TV don't work? So who the fuck you going to call? We have gotten so much technology that we are hopeless and helpless as soon as the power cuts off. Think about this scenario. Gas pumps all over the country going to start going empty. That's the first thing. Then the electrical bills are going to have spikes. These spikes are going to be turned on off certain sections. So they're going to keep the rich people and the middle class people electricity on, but the motherfuckers in projects, they shit going to cut off. So you can have them walk around running in the streets. So what's going to happen, a little bit of news you're going to capture, it's going to show a bunch of fucking white cops, Gestapo cops, shooting a bunch of black people in need of help and services. New Orleans all over again. The only thing is, ain't going to be no water floating around. I can't believe that in 2014, we still have black people that can't fucking swim. They can't make a fire. They can't fucking fish. And then you're thinking to yourself, why are they trying to kill me? Why are they trying to fuck us up? Because you don't know shit. If you can't self-support yourself, think about it. You ain't no better than a goddamn gazelle on the plains of Africa. You just waiting to get eaten by a lion. I don't know, a lot of people think I'm talking shit, but the truth hurts. The truth hurts. And sometimes you got to face the facts of the truth of what your real capabilities are. Gas pumps are off. Fucking plumbing is off. Now you don't know what to do. Because you don't have the necessary materials to build a fire in your backyard and cook over open flame. Pour in a little water, a couple of beans, a little bit of rice. Stir that shit up. And 2-3 days of eating for your family. No electricity, no light, no motor car, not a single luxury.